Chen Yuan, on the other hand, was ecstatic, thinking to himself, I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to get her affection all the way here. Here comes a money tree. Chen Na asked in disbelief. Chen Yuan, are you kidding me? Chen Yuan smiled and replied, I'm serious. What's the matter? Don't want to work for me? After we open the cafe, I'll pay you 12,000 yuan a month. Plus. Plus, there's commission. If we're open for 3 consecutive months, I'll give you a car worth 200K. Your car is old, so you should get a new one. Her eyes lit up, thinking in disbelief. No pressure to meet sales targets. And I get a car after working for 3 months. That would make my annual salary exceed 300K. She suddenly remembered something and thought, wait a minute. Is Chen Yuan planning to keep me as his mistress? Chen Na remembered the girl who went to buy a car with him last time and said, Chen Yuan, you don't have to do this for me, she thought honestly. Even though this offer is very tempting, I don't want to be someone's caged canary, especially as a mistress. Chen Yuan crossed his arms and said, don't overthink it. I just plan to open a chain of cafes. The first one is to operate as a pilot project for TH. So we'll just be in a simple boss-employee relationship. Chen Na turned her face away, saying shyly, is that so? Then let me think about it. Suddenly, a message from Feng Minhui arrived. Chen Yuan, do you have time tonight? If you're free, let's go grab some cold drinks. Chen Yuan looked at the message and thought, cold drinks? Minhui's needs are so high, he quickly replied. Those kinds of drinks are okay, but we need to moderate the frequency. After that, he said to Chen Na, Miss Chen, I have something to take care of, so I'll head out first. Think it over carefully and get back to me soon. Chen Yuan quickly went to the Da Fu Hao Hotel, room 808. He went inside and quickly closed the door. Feng Minhui had been waiting for a long time. She rushed over and hugged Chen Yuan tightly, saying, Chen Yuan, I missed you. He softened and replied, Hui Hui, I. Before he could finish, Feng Minhui spoke with suspicion. Wait, Chen Yuan, you smell like another woman's perfume. Chen Yuan was surprised. He sniffed himself and said, huh? No way. In his heart, he thought, could it be because I rode in Na's car that I picked up her perfume? Feng Minhui pushed Chen Yuan away, angrily questioned, tell me, have you been seeing another woman behind my back? Chen Yuan quickly went over and hugged her, then explained in a low voice, how could that be? I only have you. It's just that I went to the 4S store to handle the car paperwork today, so I picked up the perfume smell from those girls. You know, the female staff at the 4S store all wear pretty strong perfume. Feng Minhui was finally manipulated by his sweet talk and said, okay, but if you go looking for other women next time, you have to tell me in advance. Also, you have to keep your distance from that female employee, got it? Chen Yuan laughed it off and said, of course. He smiled inwardly. This really wasn't about cheating or not. The system's mission was to spend money on the opposite sex and rely on rebates to make money, and there's no way I can just stick to one tree. After giving her instructions, she turned and left, saying seductively, okay, I'm going to take a shower first. Chen Yuan grabbed her arm and said suggestively, shower later. She said in a sultry tone, can't shower, I'm wearing clothes. She was quickly stripped bare. Chen Yuan said in a perverted way, I like the smell of not showering. Feng Minhui sat on the bed, blushing, and said, then we're the same, Chen Yuan. Actually, I also like your scent. Chen Yuan also quickly took off his clothes and threw them in some corner. He pounced on the bed, greedily inhaling her scent, and said, isn't that my line? Hui Hui, you've really completely ignited the intense fire in my heart. The two of them wrestled with each other once again. She was brought to a state of ecstasy and said, Chen Yuan, I like you so much. 2 hours later, just as the two were about to stop, Feng Minhui spoke up again. Chen Yuan, I still want more. Chen Yuan said, a little scared, let me take a shower first. I'm all sweaty and sticky. It's uncomfortable. He walked into the bathroom with weak legs, thinking to himself, Hui Hui's needs are even greater than Wan Ting's. She's having a great time, but I'm being drained dry. He glanced at the number 90 above her head and thought, isn't this kind of exercise increasing Hui Hui's favorability so quickly? Last time it only took one night to increase to 86, and today, 2 times has already reached 90. Suddenly, the system issued a notification. detected that the host has a member of the opposite sex with a favorability above 90. The favorability mission has been completed, rewarding 1V Silk, a bonus of 1 million, a 1 million consumption card, and 1 accidental ability card. Chen Yuan was shocked and widened his eyes, thinking, 1 million? Winning the lottery isn't even this much. It's easier to explain the source of money with this thing. Moreover, it can be used to pay off debts at home. He looked at the line, 1 accidental ability card. Chen Yuan thought confusedly, wait, accidental ability? There's even this reward? Then, won't I be able to dominate everything in the future? Chen Yuan looked towards Feng Minhui lying on the bed, thinking to himself, sorry Minhui, I have to rise up now. It won't be you taking advantage of me anymore. It'll be me taking advantage of you. With that, Chen Yuan quickly chose the accidental ability card. As soon as he selected it, all the fatigue in his body almost disappeared. He thought in amazement, awesome! I can clearly feel that my nether region is full of energy. This reward for reaching 90 favorability is so great. Chen Yuan thought to himself. It seems that the system's reward distribution is practical, rewarding what's needed. But the favorability of the opposite sex has to reach 90. Although Li Zhao's favorability is over 60, it's still a long and difficult road to develop to the same level as Hui Hui. The long-legged Chen Na in black stockings has also exceeded 60. Right now, it seems that I need to proceed step by step. I don't know when the next girl with a favorability of 90 will appear. Let's not think about these things for now. Quickly testing out the abilities of this system daddy is the main thing. A moment later, he walked out aggressively and softly called out her name, Hui Hui. She asked in surprise, what's wrong, Chen Yuan? Weren't you going to take a shower? Chen Yuan grabbed her hand and said, no, I changed my mind. He turned around, and she adjusted her position and said, here, like this. He gently took her hand and got to work. A rush of pleasure overwhelmed her, causing her to jerk back and exclaim, Chen Yuan, why is it a little? At the same time, in another place, Chen Na was lying on the sofa, talking on the phone excitedly. Jian, there's a male student who said he wants to give me 300,000 to open a store, and said that if I work for 3 months, he'll give me a 200,000 car. Do you think this male student wants to take care of me? But the girl on the other end of the line interrupted her. Nah, are you being scammed? However, no way. I've met him a few times already. He bought a car for me last time. Qian asked again, how old is he? I remember. The people who bought cars from you were all middle-aged men. Chen Na replied, he's only 21 years old. Qian, who was applying a face mask, also asked in surprise, a young kid like that is already driving a luxury car? So is he handsome? Chen Na sat up, her face flushed red, and replied, he's a little handsome. Cheyan analyzed again. He wants to give you 300,000 to open a store, and then give you a 200,000 car. A male student who is rich, handsome, and young like this. What's there to worry about? Chen Na went to the window to look at the city outside and replied blankly, but I'm 5 or 6 years older than him. Chen Jian said, what's that? People all say that a woman older by 3 carries gold, carries silver. Right now, he's rounding up a bit, so isn't that equivalent to carrying 2 lumps of gold? Chen Na added awkwardly. But he has a girlfriend. Qian, who was cutting her nails on the other side, explained, girlfriend, not a married wife. Nah, are you stupid? This kind of condition is fine even if he has a wife. Moreover, with the current situation, you can completely snatch him. Chen Na was shocked by her friend's words and exclaimed, what are you saying, Qian? Qian laughed it off and said, if you're so flustered, then push this little sugar daddy to me. I'll take all the responsibility for you. Chen Na was totally blank, like, didn't you say you had a boyfriend? And Qian, being all real, was like, boyfriend? So what? If some sugar daddy like that was willing to take care of me, I'd drop him in a heartbeat. Qian thought about it for a sec, then went on, nah, I'm just messing with ya. Okay, my boyfriend's back. I'll gossip with you later. Chen Na on her end hung up the phone. Still kinda dazed, she looked out the window, and all she could see was Chen Yuan's face. She couldn't help but think about him.